Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Okay, here we go. The holiday weekend or weekends, weeks continue. I enjoy them, but sometimes you get all mixed up. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Monday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show here. Coming to you on Action Sports Jacks. Hope you've enjoyed your holiday to this point. We still have some time to go. Tomorrow, obviously, New Year's Eve. Wednesday, New Year's Day. Tons of football. The NFL is starting to really just finish off their season in terms of regular season. Who are going to be the 7 teams from each conference that make it? There's only one spot available in both conferences. We'll talk NFL playoffs. Obviously, we'll talk about the Jaguars yesterday. Their win, their loss. Was it a win-loss? Was it kind of a half-win, half-loss? We'll talk about that. Jaguars in the rain, pull out a win. Win number 4, what are the ramifications? We'll discuss that as we go today. Also, we've got a couple guests we'll have on. We're going to visit with, I think, Greg McGarity from the Gator Bowl Association. Thursday is the Gator Bowl. What a great setup for the Gator Bowl. I don't know who did it and how it happened, but what a tremendous game time slot they have coming up Thursday. Both teams, as I understand it, Duke and Ole Miss arrived in town today. They'll have a few days to get acclimated, have some practice, and then Thursday they will play in a wonderful time slot. We'll talk to Greg McGarity and or Katie Cox from the Gator Bowl Association, the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl Association. Looking forward to that ball game coming up. Jaguars win. We'll talk NFL. Jaguars, of course. Gator Bowl game coming up on Thursday, as I mentioned. Brent Beaird will join us in the second hour. We have a ton of college football and college basketball to discuss with our buddy, the great Brent Beaird, the college sports analyst, including the Iowa-Missouri bowl game, which is late. 24 seconds remaining in the first half. Iowa leading Missouri 21-14 in a game that I'm surprised there's this much scoring. One of the touchdowns for Iowa was on a kickoff return, but 21-14 Iowa leading Missouri very late in the first half. We'll track that game the rest of the way as we go here on the Young and Norvelle Show. We'll talk about the ACC struggles. My goodness, what a disaster so far the fall heading into the winter has been for the Atlantic Coast Conference in men's basketball and football. Goodness gracious. The SEC undressed the ACC 14-2 in the ACC-SEC basketball challenge. And have you noticed what's going on with the ACC in football? They are currently 1-9. Is that right? Could that be possible? We'll discuss that in depth as we go. Leonard Hamilton, a lawsuit against him, a weird situation in Tallahassee with basketball players suing Leonard Hamilton, saying he erroneously promised things that he could not deliver, blah, 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 blah. This is all going to work itself out in the next several months. Once the NCAA gets a little bit of legislation power, in July, the schools will be able to be the ones divvying out the NIL, and they will have a salary cap, basically, $20.5 million. But right now, we're in the wild, wild west. This is a good period to be in for some players that they will find more money now than they would have 5 years from now once things get legislated. Folks, you're just going to have to write it out a little bit. Once things get legislated, I think this will settle down a little bit. But right now, what a weird situation going on in Tallahassee. We'll try to get that and get to that point and discuss that with Brent Beaird also as we go. We want to talk some Icemen, Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Boy, the Icemen are red hot. They have won a bunch of games in a row. We hope to hear from Alex Reed from the Jacksonville Icemen, as we do on most Mondays here on the Young and Norvelle Show coming to you live from Icebreakers Bar and Grill inside the Community First Igloo, which is the Icemen, their headquarters and their practice facility. It is absolutely stirring here with open skate. I'm going to try and let me see if I can get out of the way. Do I go this way or that way? I wish you could see how many. There must be 300 people on open skate. I had to fight my way to get in with my gear. It's open skate. Obviously, a lot of the kids are out of school still for another week or so, and people looking for activities to do post-Christmas. This place has been packed. I've been here a couple of hours watching the bowl game, the Music City Bowl game. I got here early, and I don't know if you could tell behind me. I think you can see, where am I trying to point? Over that direction. You can see, my goodness, every level of ice skater. From, you can see some young ladies out there that look like they're trying out for the Olympics. And then you can see some people like me that can barely skate on that ice out there. It is a lot of fun. Open skate year round. Man, if you're looking for something to do. And if you're, obviously we have a lot of northern people that are relocated here, and ice skating has been a big part of their lives. They come over. But you also, it's kind of neat to see, you could just kind of see the Terry Norvelles, the southern people that are out there trying ice skating for the first time, every different level. And you can see them. They're having a big old time here at the Community First Igloo. You see the great facility off of Emerson, the Emerson exit on I-95. Check it out, man. I'm telling you, it is a lot of fun. Humongous sports bar where we're at. I mean, this place seats 150, and they can section it off for banquets and corporate events and just big lunch events if you are in the area. This is a bit of a hidden gem. Icebreakers Bar and Grill inside the Community First Igloo. Of course, this is the corporate headquarters for the Icemen, and where they practice. The games are down in the arena. So a lot to get to today on the program. The NFL playoff picture is really taking shape. There's a lot of potential seeding movement, but we're really down to only 2 spots are still open. There's 1 spot in the NFC, and there's 1 spot in the AFC. I want to also, at some point, I want to get into it. We may do this with Brent Beaird. I want to get into Deion Sanders. Where will Deion Sanders go from here? 2 years at Colorado, preceded by 2 years at Jackson State. Deion's son, Shador, will be a high first-round quarterback selection. Deion, basically his adopted son, Travis Hunter, the same way. He'll be a high receiver, DB receiver, quasi-combo selection. Shiloh, the defensive back, I'm not sure what his plans are, but you wonder. I've got some thoughts, some big-time thoughts, and we had some discussion on social media over the weekend. Colorado got blown out in their bowl game. They really didn't compete. BYU was so much better. Where does Deion go? I've got some thoughts on that. I'll share them and would love to hear your thoughts as well once we get into that topic. So a lot to get to today, including the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun as we welcome Patrick Young. Mr. Young, what are you looking at? What do you got? Bats up there flying around?
I'm trying to turn my TV off so I can hear you.
Okay.
I got to get the remote real quick.
What do you got? A damn sports bar in there? This guy's got a sports bar in his house, for God's sakes.
What makes you think I have a sports bar?
I don't blame you. Hey, good for you, man.
The television?
You're a sports broadcaster that needs a sport. How you doing, man? What's your shirt there? What do we got there?
This is from Jeffrey Maldone.
Like it.
Big-time attorney in
I like it.
Gainesville.
From the guy from Gainesville.
Yeah, he's the only attorney that has that's sponsored or sponsors the Gators. You know, you'll see everywhere you see Maldone Law, you'll see that Gator logo. And he's got a lot of great concepts of things he tries to live by. Good dude. Yeah. Better than yesterday.
Yeah, I've never met Mr. Meldon. I know people such as you and Freddie Wiebe that know him, and they say a wonderful human being.
Yes, man.
A wonderful law firm. You know, he's a big Gator fan and all, but he's just a good guy. I understand he's just a real good guy. We hope to be speaking, Patrick, in a moment with somebody from the Gator Bowl Association, maybe Greg McGarity. Greg McGarity's a neat guy. I don't know if you know the name. Greg McGarity worked in the Florida athletic department with Jeremy Foley for years. He then went and became the Georgia AD for years. This guy has an incredible college sports background, and he obviously is the current president, the last 3 or 4 years, the current president and CEO of the Gator Bowl Association. And the 2 teams got in town today, Ole Miss and Duke, as I understand it. And I think they've got a nice time slot. How about Thursday, Patrick? The Gator Bowl, the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl is Thursday, 7:30, the only game in town. There's no NFL games. There's no college games. They are sitting there with a wonderful time slot. I love it. I don't know how they did it, but I love it.
Yeah. So how did they work that out? But either way, it's going to be, my sister's going to the game.
Nice.
And I think she's going with a lot of Dukies. So she said she has to be a Dookie for the weekend, for that day.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Are you going?
You know what? I think about it, depending on the show and all that. The problem is our show.
Yeah.
Because Patrick, I'm the heart and soul of this show, right? I just can't go running off all willy-nilly,
You
right?
could.
It
wouldn't be smart, but you could.
All willy-nilly,
I wouldn't be mad at you.
I know.
As long as Penny might take it out on you.
Yeah, she may be mad.
Terry.
Hey, man, I got a great dog, man. Hey, you know what I found out about my dog? I got a sweet, about 6-7 year old. She's kind of half hound, half boxer. You know what I found over the weekend? She loves the laser light. You know how cats love the laser light?
Yeah.
Penny loves chasing that laser light. Oh my God.
How did that come? Did you just randomly let's see what happens?
It's funny you said that, Patrick. So I'm watching some ball. I think it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I'm at the house watching ball, and I'm I kind of stand up, and for some reason I walk by my TV, and on my TV stand is that little laser. I'm talking about, a little keychain laser light kind of thing. Yes. And it was my daughter's, and she left it there when she moved out. We used to play with her cats with it, right?
Okay.
And so I got it like 2 nights ago. I got it, and I said, let me see what Penny will do. And I started flashing that thing in front of her paws. She went ballistic chasing that red light. Patrick, she is gonna catch that red light now.
How long did you play with it? You're like, okay, I see that she's way too into this. Maybe I should.
Yeah, she liked it. She liked it a lot. And I'm not sure. We may have our buddy from the Gator Bowl Association on. Casey, let me know if we've got. I don't know if it's Greg McGarity and or Katie Cox. We definitely want to talk about the Gator Bowl. It should be a fun game. Duke is sky high to be here. I mean, what a year for the Duke Blue Devils, Patrick. 9-3, and they competed with everybody in football.
Know, right?
Duke. I mean, they had a hell of a year under Manny Diaz.
Yeah, and a guy, rightfully so. I think your opinion is justified in thinking that maybe this guy I don't think Manny Diaz is a high major. It's Duke, but Duke's not. Yeah. We're not considering Duke being in the playoffs. I think he's right where he needs to be. Man, Terry, I just there's just so much complaining that's going on, justifiably so. And listening to Greg Sankey talk about all the possibilities and things they thought about that could happen. I mean, we got to get rid of you got four or five teams in there that really shouldn't be there. Especially 2 ACC teams. That's what are we doing here? What are we doing here, Terry?
I'm with you, and you know my stance. The next step for college football is to eliminate the committees. Yeah. We don't need people voting who gets in. We need to win it on the field, win your way in.
Leave it. But it's hard with strength of schedule. That matters so much.
I agree.
Well, it matters so much, but it doesn't even. Does it get considered? Shouldn't that be a major weight?
Yeah, I know what you mean there. And the other issue we've got with college football and the playoff is there's too many days. Right now, you lose momentum. There's too many days. Think about the four conference winners that got buys. They haven't played. They will not have played a football game in 3.5 weeks.
I know, right?
No sport in the world would say, "Hey, your best."
The NBA. What do you mean, Terry? The NBA. We talked about this all last year.
What happened?
Going from the conference finals to the actual NBA finals starting, it was like 2 weeks in between.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally, if you think about who are the four teams that got buys: Arizona State, Georgia, Oregon, and Boise State. Boise State. Okay, there's your four. Those four teams have not played a football game and will not play a football game for the next several, at least tomorrow, and then for like 3.5 football. They played the first Saturday in December, and they'll play basically the last Saturday, if you will, in December. That's wrong.
Yeah,
that's not right.
That's weird. It's just so weird.
And then, Patrick, the 4 games we've already had, none of the games were compelling. We all know that. The games should be more compelling, and they weren't. But now we have 10 days between. 10 days is too long. You lose momentum. I think we've got Greg McGarity on from the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Greg, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. How about, can you hear me?
Man, you sound great. Greg, you've never sounded better. I'll tell you one thing. How you doing, my friend?
Doing wonderful. Thanks.
Hey, buddy, you're on with me, Terry Norvelle. Patrick Young is here. I know you're busy.
I'm going to have to go on mute, guys. My dog, sorry, the doorbell rang, and my little dog is going insane. Sorry.
Patrick's dog's going nuts with Amazon, still making deliveries. Greg, it'll be me and you. How you doing, my friend? Am I right? I think we got 2 teams that made their way to Jacksonville today, right?
Yes, Ole Miss came in last night, and Duke actually came in Saturday night. So both had great practice weather today, and
nice.
We're out at Top Golf now, waiting for Duke to come out here and whack a few golf balls from 5 to 7.
Nice. We're talking with Greg McGarity, the president, CEO.
Can I come and crash the party?
Sure. Come on, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like fun. Greg McGarity, president, CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Greg, Patrick, and I were kind of previewing this interview with you. Number one, I don't know how it happened. I mean, what a wonderful time slot for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, Greg. Thursday, the only game in town. The NFL's not playing. There's no bowl game other than your game, 7:30. How the hell did that happen? I love it. That's a great time slot.
Yeah, we got very lucky, and
yeah. Sure.
The 2nd of January, we kind of jumped at it, knowing that we'd be the only game in college football that day, and at prime time, you couldn't beat that time slot.
Oh, that is just a wonderful, wonderful time slot. And I know, Patrick, obviously we do our show Monday through Friday, and everybody here associated with this show, including yourself, Greg, we love college football. We think it's the best sport going in the world. Even though Patrick is a basketball guy, we love our college football. But this time of year, Greg, you can lose some games. You just get caught up in the holiday, and there's so many games. Man, I just love Thursday night. You're the standalone. Again, there's no NFL Thursday night game. They play on Saturday. Man, I think you guys must be expecting a good TV number.
Yeah, I think so. ESPN's very excited about it. And, really, none of these teams have – Ole Miss has no opt-outs. And Duke only has one opt-out at quarterback position. So, I was out at Ole Miss practice today, and Jackson Dart's out there tossing it around. So, you've got 2 teams that are fully loaded and ready to go.
Greg, and I know Patrick may jump in with a question or two. We're talking with Greg McGarity, President, CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, which comes up on Thursday, 7:30, national TV. Tickets are available. Greg, how does it happen? And I know you got a wonderful committee, and it's not a one-man decision, but how tough was it paring down to say Duke, Ole Miss? You got 2 9-3 football teams. There's not a lot of bowl games outside of this college football playoff. There's not a lot of bowl games that have 9-3, 9-3.
No.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So we were in a position with the ACC. Once 3 teams from the ACC went up, then we were in a pool to where we could either have Miami, Syracuse, Duke, or Louisville. And Orlando got the first pick, so they took Miami. And then the ACC actually sent Syracuse out to the West Coast, and that sent 9-win Duke here. And then same thing with Ole Miss. You had a lot of these teams, they want to come to Florida. If they can't make the college football playoff, they want to be in the Florida Bowl. So
right, of course.
Once Alabama played down, then that meant South Carolina and Ole Miss would populate the Florida Bowls. And so, it all worked out to where we've got two really teams that are on the rise. And certainly the amount of interest that Lane Kiffin gets from all the media attention probably dwarfs Manny in media attention and X and all these things. But, I think Manny's, I think Duke's challenged because they want to prove the naysayers wrong.
And you mentioned Lane Kiffin. I mean, Lane and Ole Miss roll into town. Duke rolls into town. Lane Kiffin, I mean this in a great way. I love me some Lane Kiffin. I just think he's wonderful. He's a brilliant football mind, and he gets it. He gets the media side, and he is a positive media lightning rod. I mean, Lane Kiffin, when he gets his boots on the ground, the national boys are going to be talking to him over the next couple of days, right? I mean, they're going to be talking to him from Jacksonville, Florida, about the bowl game and his team and how close they came. And I mean, Lane Kiffin is just a positive media lightning rod, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he actually tweeted out the welcome from the Sawgrass Marriott to his dog Juice with his
Oh man, I like it more now.
Fish. And so he has the dog. The dog has a credential, has a handler. So Juice will be on the sideline. And so we have a real neat event this year. We have a sort of a fireside chat with both coaches on January the 1st at 11 a.m.
Nice.
So we're going to get behind the scenes a little bit and have a little fun with that. So I'm sure Manny and Lane will provide a lot of interesting comments, and we hope it all makes the news.
We're talking with Greg McGarity, the CEO, president of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. That comes up Thursday, 7:30. We'll talk about how to get tickets and things like that in a moment. Greg, I was on your website earlier, and I think sometimes we can forget really the charge of a bowl game. The culmination should be the game. You guys have worked for 364 days coming up on Thursday, year-round, to get to the game. The game's a culmination. There are a lot of charities involved that your organization, your foundation is involved with. Pep rallies, there's a big 5K run. I know the mission statement of the game is generally, I mean, you guys want to promote the community, the youth of the community. There's a lot. Am I right? The game is kind of the culmination of a whole year of work, and then you start again after the game's over.
Right. So much of the eyes are, the country will be on us Thursday night, but what we do the other 364 days out of the year is what we're probably most proud of, because we can control that. We can control the amount of time we spend in the community, how we impact young children, from the dreams come true to high school teachers. I mean, just all over the board, but we're so proud of that. And we really want to be known more for that, perhaps, than the football game, because we really don't have a choice anymore in the football teams. We can advocate for who we'd like, but the conferences are going to assign teams to our bowls. And so we're very proud of everything we do in the community and got a great staff that does all the heavy lifting.
Greg McGarity visiting with us here. Greg, pardon me if I ask some questions that aren't 100% answerable right now, but obviously the stadium that the game will be played in Thursday, the stadium that the Jaguars just wrapped up their season yesterday, that stadium is coming down. The Jaguars are talking and negotiating where they're going to play. How will the Gator Bowl handle the construction in Jacksonville? Is it too early to tell? What are some of the parameters going on, because the game's got to happen next year?
Yeah, we'll be in the stadium in Everbank Stadium for the 25 game and the 26 game, and then we'll move hopefully to Gainesville in the Swamp for 2027, and then return back into the state-of-the-art facility in 28. So we're working with our good friends over in Gainesville, and hopefully we'll be able to have a deal.
Has Terry pitched you his $40 million idea? I can't even remember.
$40 million idea, Greg.
Might be more than that.
Tell him, Patrick. Tell him.
So since the Jaguars are tearing it all down, and they're known to have the largest outdoor screens in the country, in the nation, in the world. And Florida, the University of Florida, my alma mater, has been sandbagging the fans with those terrible
video scoreboards.
Why can there not be a trade? Not a trade, but even a fire sale.
A fire sale.
Yeah.
Those two big scoreboards need to go to Gainesville for a cut rate price, Greg McGarity.
Yeah.
How about that?
I mean, they're going to throw it away. They're going to throw them away, or whatever they're going to do with them.
Well, I'll have to talk to my good friend Chip Howard, the number 2 in command over there, to see what we can work out.
Why not? I mean, the screen, they're huge. They're and you got to check and make sure the stadium can hold those things. But man,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That'd be a great addition, and something Scott and everybody would be excited to hear about if that could happen. But I'm not really sure what they're going to do with the video boards. They're relatively new here in Jacksonville, but we'll just have to wait and see. The Jags haven't really announced
Greg,
that activity.
I've done my homework. They're about 10 years old. They cost $64 million, so they're $32 million each. I say we cut a deal with the University of Florida, and Shad and the city of Jacksonville can make a little money off those bad boys. Obviously, they can be transported. They got transported here.
Yeah.
So let's send them down to.
It may cost that much for the support.
Yes, you're right.
Things are so massive and everything. But
hey, Greg.
Yes, sir.
If we can't get it done, just send them over to my living room. Just send one of them to my
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
I'd like
how
to
about
see
that? Hey, Greg, we've got people. Obviously, behind me, I'm at the we do our Monday show from the Community First Igloo right here off of I-95, the Emerson Street. This is where the Icemen train, their corporate headquarters are. And we have open skate. Holy cow, at the people open skating, which tells you there's still a lot of family in town, and they'll probably be up through the weekend, right, before we get back into some normalcy. With that said, what a great getaway. Yes. What a great fun evening. Thursday night, Gator Bowl, TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. How do people say, hey, man, I need to buy some tickets. I got family in town. I need a bunch of tickets. How do people go ahead and get tickets before this thing kicks off on Thursday?
Well, they just go to our website, the TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com, and log on to the ticket outlet. And, we got a lot of great deals working right now. We know that all the Ole Miss fans and the Duke fans have already decided if they're coming or not, which allows us to open some seats up for some discounted seats. So should be a great opportunity. The weather's going to be great, and what better chance to see two great teams competing on Thursday night.
Wow. So there you go. TaxSlayer.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com, did you say, is the site? I was there.
Yes, sir. That's it.
TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. Easy to buy tickets.
So
packages. Go ahead, Patrick.
Sorry. What? So we got the teams are going to both teams are playing Top Golf, or just one?
Duke will be here today, and Ole Miss will be here tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And I saw, Greg, tomorrow is the Gator Bowl 5K run. Right. I did it so long. Greg, I did that run years ago, and I think the course has changed. When I did it years ago, it started at the stadium. You immediately get this, Patrick. You immediately went over the Matthews Bridge.
Okay.
Then you came down. You went down University to Atlantic. Then you wrapped up with the Hart Bridge. It was brutal. So you got the run. I don't think that's the course anymore. That was when guys were tougher than that back then, Greg. We were tougher back then.
Yeah.
Okay. I do love the pep rallies as well. You've got a couple pep rallies down at the beach. Obviously, people are staying at the beach, Duke and Ole Miss fans. You've got a couple pep rallies coming up on the 1st. So, and then there's pep rallies game day. There's a lot going on, man, this week.
Yeah, we're really busy with a lot of activities that keep people going. And the race starts at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and it actually starts in front of the ViStar Arena.
Right.
And meanders downtown. We stay away from the bridges.
Big babies. But, they're soft now, Greg. They're soft.
Well, we're just glad they're showing up to run. And then, as you mentioned, the pep rallies from 4 to 6 p.m. The night before the game, and then the day of the game, starting at around 5:30, we'll have the pep rally in the in dailies
yes,
and having both bands performing. So a lot going on before the game starts at 7:30.
Man, it is going to be a spectacle. And again, man, what a time slot. When I heard this months ago, I went, what? Wait a minute. The NFL must be playing. Nope. The NFL plays that Saturday, right? They're not playing Thursday night.
Correct.
There's no bowl game Thursday night other than the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Greg, what kind of crowd are we looking at, and how are tickets going right now? They've been going good?
They're going okay. I mean, we could always do better, and I think it's a chance for the community to really show their support. You know, when you don't have an anchor team, by that I mean last year Clemson was an anchor team because they could drive. South Carolina was an anchor team. Sure. But when you have teams that are each about 10-hour drive away, it probably curtails a little bit of attendance from that standpoint. But we're going to have a respective crowd. It should be exciting, and it'll be the best time for people that have maybe never been to the stadium to enjoy it, to where you're not just neck and neck and shoulder to shoulder with people. So a great chance to come and be able to navigate and be comfortable and not feeling that you're in an environment that's
going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun Thursday. Can't wait for the game. Two teams. I know Duke is out of their mind right now. I mean, this is a big season for Duke. Ole Miss. Yep. Ole Miss was a game. And by the way, you've got an Ole Miss team that was a game away from the college football playoff.
Right.
I mean,
absolutely.
They were that close. And Greg, I'll leave you with this. I don't want to get deep into this topic because I'm an old man now. I'm pushing 60. I get teary-eyed easy. But there's going to be a recognition. A buddy of mine, Brad Miller, his mother-in-law, worked for the Gator Bowl Association and Rick Capp for 1 million years. And I can't say much more because I get teary-eyed, but I know that's a special moment during one of the quarters, I think, coming up. There's going to be a recognition.
Absolutely. Sherry was a wonderful member of our staff for such a long time, and we've got a page in the program devoted to her, and so we're going to find ways to recognize her for her years of service to so many great Gator Bowl sporting events.
I tell you, Greg, and I'm not just blowing smoke here, you had big shoes to fill with Rick Catlett.
Yes, sir.
And Rick, he was Jacksonville. He was Gator Bowl through and through, and you've hit the ground running. I know you got a great staff. I grew up with Rob Levrock, a good old West Side boy. He doesn't admit that he was from the West Side. He was a good old West Side boy that made good. He was one of the few that made good out of the West Side.
You got proud. What's up, man? Come on.
Rob's a great guy. That whole staff is great, and it takes a village. I think you would agree. It takes a village to put on an event. And good luck Thursday, and then I know it starts again Friday for next year, right?
Yep. Let me just make one remark. I'm a big fan of Patrick. I worked at the University of Florida from 1992 to 2010. So I was there during almost all of Billy's career, and I know we didn't really overlap at UF, but a lot of fond memories, a lot of great friends there. And when I moved on to the University of Georgia, I had to compete against Patrick. So that wasn't a lot of fun. But,
why would you go there? Why would you do that?
Well, that's my home, my alma mater, and so I enjoyed my 10 years there at UGA. But
I guess that's
a lot of fond memories of my orange and blue friends.
Have you gotten a chance to get to know Mike White a little bit?
Yeah, I've known Mike's family for a long time. Kevin White, the former AD at Duke, and everything. Right. Mike actually took his team, played against Georgia in the NIT when he was in Louisiana, and beat Georgia at home. Mm-hmm. So he was on the radar a long time ago. But I'm just so happy that it turned out that he's at the University of Georgia, because Patrick, you know how hard it is to build a program, and I think Mike's the right person to do it, and he's off to a great start. I mean, they've only had one loss this year, and
how about that?
Very high RPI
early in the season. Like it's a good loss.
Yep. So I think things are trending in the right direction. They're happy as they can be.
And Greg, I don't know if you know this about Patrick, but he keeps numbers in his head. Patrick, what was your record at Florida against Georgia?
We lost them once. I'm trying to remember if we played them, because we didn't play them twice every year. We may have, but we only lost them one time.
Hey, Greg, he knows all. He knows all those numbers. And
Terry wants to bring all this stuff up all the time. So you see, he brought it up.
All I know.
Yeah, blame Terry.
Greg, I know you're busy. You got two teams that just rolled into town yesterday and today. I know you're busy. Thanks for carving out the time.
Okay.
And remember, TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. Tickets available.
Yes,
group tickets. Greg, put on a good show Thursday. I know you will. And then back to work on Friday, my man.
Sir, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's our buddy Greg McGarity, the president and CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Comes up Thursday, 7:30. Again, Patrick, what a great damn time slot they've carved out. Only game in town Thursday.
Listen, we got got a message here. Grew up by the Gator Bowl. You were either a dog or a Gator fan. I've been a Gator since 1956, but seen so many great games there. I will not let that new stadium take away all the great memories.
Nice. Well said,
Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, no, I mean, it's exciting, Chuck. This new stadium that's going to be there. Just imagine for this event, for the Gator Bowl, when it turns back to Jacksonville, how many people are going to want to
it's going to be fun in that new
let alone if the Gators, is obviously if you're not in the Gator Bowl, you didn't make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs and they get chosen for a matchup in Jacksonville. That would be big time.
There could be a lot worse places to go than the Stadium of the Future in Jacksonville, Florida in a few years. I tell you that. Let's take a break. We're way over. We hope to visit with Alex Reed from the Jacksonville Icemen. We do it every Monday. And then second hour, Brent Beaird. Man, we have a lot of stuff to cover, including Colorado gets waxed. What happens with Deion? Where does he go? The Music City Bowl is going on. I'll check the score. It was 21-14 Iowa right before the half. A lot happening. And we've got a playoff game on the horizon tomorrow. The first quarterfinal, and then Wednesday, 3 quarterfinals. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. He's Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. It's a Monday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show, broadcasting live from our Monday home, Icebreakers Bar and Grill.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Hey, good looking shot. Wow, look at that sunshine. Looks pretty good after the last several days. Beautiful, beautiful aerial view of downtown Jacksonville as we welcome you back to the Young and Norvelle Show. Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young on a Monday, coming to you live from Icebreakers Bar and Grill. We're inside the Community First Igloo, which is the training facility for the Icemen, the corporate headquarters for the Icemen. Patrick, open skate. There must be at one point they're Zamboning it, right? Hey, by the way, you know who the least popular person is, and I figured this out after being here today. The least popular person at an open skate ice
the Zamboni guy.
The Zamboni, because everybody's got to get off there after about 2 hours. Here's the deal, Pat. They do like open skate for 2 hours, and then they got to clear everybody off because Zamboni guys got to go, smooth that ice. They don't like Zamboni.
I mean, how long's Zamboni guy? How long does it take him to do it? I mean, I would think about 20 minutes. I
think it's even quicker than that, 15, 20 minutes. 15? But they got to clear everybody off, and you pay it, as I understand, you pay. So
are you telling me Floridians are complaining about having to wait to get back on the ice? Wow.
How about that? Hey, we normally have Alex Reed from the Icemen right now previewing what's been going on and what's coming up. He's traveling with the holiday. So let me catch you up real quick. The Icemen are red hot. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They got a big game Friday on the road at the Florida Everblades. And those are the bad. Hey, the Everblades.
We never beat them, man.
They're the bad guys.
They're the bad guys. We never beat them.
Yeah.
And gosh, it drives me crazy. And I hope Andy isn't hearing me say that. He knows it.
Yeah. They're the bad guys.
They've knocked them out of the playoffs quite a few times in the last few years.
They're the bad guys. So the Icemen go down there to Estero on Friday, and then get a load of this. This Saturday, the Icemen are back at home, downtown Jacksonville. It's affiliate night. And, the Icemen, their NHL team, the Buffalo Sabres, right? They're tied to the Buffalo Sabres. So this Saturday will be a big night in Jacksonville. They will have special Ice Buffalo jerseys, right? They're going to combine the Icemen and the Buffaloes. It's affiliate night. It's going to be a big fun night. Come down and check out. Get yourself a Ice Buffalo jersey.
Nice. I saw that. I might try to slide out there. Have you been to a game yet?
I go to a lot of them. I work a lot of them.
That's right.
I'm Patrick, unlike you, I'm a working man. I got bills to pay, Patrick. All right, I got to work. I'm just not a celebrity.
I got bills to pay. I got to pay Bonita.
You're a celebrity. You just show up and smile, and people throw money at you.
I got to pay. I wish people just threw money at me. Wouldn't that be something? Terry, I gotta. Are you? What are you about to get into here?
No, we'll do Deion. Whatever you want to do.
We can get on Deion because that'll be a much longer talk. But this is, I want our listeners to hear this, hear how shameful the Jaguars are in the finisher of the season.
What happened?
Terry, how long has the Jaguars organization been around?
This is about the 30th year they've played football as about 30 years, by the way.
About 30 years, right? Okay.
1995 they started.
They actually do still have some tenured employees that have been there since the beginning. They one or two.
I know one.
They have some that have been there for 25 years. And actually,
I know one for sure. Lisa Abbott. I love Lisa.
Nice.
She's been there.
And don't you think, Terry, when she does take the time to retire, that the Jaguars should do something to honor her, right?
Yes.
Can you believe? I believe his name is Paul, and I really hope someone on the Jaguars organization is hearing this, because this is like, man, I want to curse, but I'm not going to.
Are you being serious here? Is this
I'm
serious?
dead serious, Terry.
Okay, take the floor. Take it.
So, I know someone that works with the Jaguars. She's been there 4 years now, or whatever, 5 years, seasons.
Okay.
She knows this guy that's been in her department. He's been with the Jaguars for 25 years.
Okay.
She went through this whole thing to honor him on the court, on the field. They're going to honor. We want to thank Paul Bout for his 25 years of working with the Jaguars organization. He's been here pretty much almost since the beginning.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Can you believe?
What happened?
That some, and I don't want to blame the person that has the money, but instead of playing the video, the tribute video, and having him on the field, they displayed some like happy birthday thing to somebody. And look, I'm not going to tell the Jag not to take money, but are you kidding me? So this employee that has been loyal to you guys for 25 years,
right?
Like, and the video's a minute long, maybe 2, if that. You can do it on a TV timeout,
right?
Instead of honoring, they did not honor him at all on the last game. His last.
Were they planning on playing it?
Yeah.
What happened?
The Whitney got overridden, Whitney Meyer. They just didn't do it. Instead of playing the video at the time that they probably organized and scheduled, they did the happy birthday stuff, which is, look, great, honorable, happy you can do that, but that could have taken place at a different time.
Do you know what
they ended up didn't honoring him at all?
What department was Paul in? Do you know, or down there for all these years, or was he a bunch of different departments?
He's in the front. He's in the front office.
Okay.
But not more so on like the foundation side of the Jaguars.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty. Well,
seriously,
pretty sad, man.
Why don't we get the video? We'll play it. The hell with it.
I'd happily play. Yeah, for sure.
If we can get a hold of it, let's play it. This guy worked 25 years.
25 years for the Jaguars. Retiring. His last day is tomorrow. And instead of, he's probably not bummed about, maybe, come on, man, 25 years that you're at one place, all the relationships you have, it'd be nice send off, all right, they do appreciate me. They appreciate I did something. I impacted where I worked for 25. But it's like he's getting dropped, like a drop in the bucket. Like you can't differentiate.
Like it's hot. Are they dropping him like he's hot?
They dropped him like it's hot, man.
Well, let's get that video. I want to say hi to Paul and bring him up.
Doesn't that hurt your feelings?
Yeah, and Jaguars got a win yesterday.
To compound on top of that, they decided to get a win.
By the way, was that a win or was that a loss when it comes to the draft? I mean, was that good? Yeah, I think it was a loss. They're definitely not getting the first pick now.
I'll tell you what, though, man. Who needs a quarterback worse, the Titans or the Jaguars right
now? The Titans need one, the Giants need one, and the Raiders need one, which is why I wish the Jaguars were picking first and they could cut a deal. You realize the Jaguars, if they had the first pick, and they aren't going to get it now, they've won too many games, they could have picked first, worked a trade with one of those quarterback needy franchises. They could have gotten a couple starters and their pick. They could have swapped picks and still gotten Travis Hunter probably.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bad deal. Bad
deal. We're not smart. Our franchise, I think maybe things are a little bit different when you look at the Raiders.
Yeah.
They've been bad, but just the situation's a little bit different. You look at the Raiders and the Jags.
Yeah.
Because the Raiders won their game yesterday too, as well did the Giants. The Giants.
And the Giants, yeah. How about
that? And they, it's almost like, gosh, I can't blame the guys like Drew Lock playing. Like he's playing for his job. Like he's playing to, maybe he can perform well enough to get that starting job with the Giants. And but is that what's best for the franchise? Absolutely not. You got to lose that game.
I know. Are you following this Missouri-Iowa game? I'm looking up here. Iowa is kicking a field goal. That may have been the ugliest field goal that ever went through.
Oh, dude. By the way, did you watch the game last night?
Yeah, a little bit.
What is up with coaches not using their extra timeouts?
Well, it's all this analytics stuff. People have forgotten.
What are the analytics telling you to do when you have 18 seconds left.
People have forgotten that football has been around about 150 years at the NFL level and about 170 at the college level. They've forgotten there are still some basic things you do in a football game. Don't overthink it, Patrick. Why are they overthinking it?
Terry, they needed my phone. My phone thinks when I say Terry, I'm saying Siri. But it's so annoying because all they needed was probably 5 to 7 more yards. 5 to 7 more yards. And now I see why the Jaguars let Riley Patterson go. He just has he's very accurate inside 50 and in.
Patrick,
50 and in. He's very accurate. Anything after that.
Hey, you got to go to YouTube. Did you see there are several YouTube shots of you're talking about the Redskins, right? Or the Commanders or whatever they're called?
The who missed the kick? Riley Patterson,
right?
With the Falcons.
Hey, you can go on YouTube. There are several live shots from that kick in sports bars, right? Redskin Commander sports bars, right? Pack sports bars. Patrick, you got to go do it. They've got a video, one sports bar, the guy's filming it, and Patterson lines up for the kick, and he nails it, right? From behind, it's dead on.
It's dead on.
Hey, the sports bar goes nuts. Yes, we win. And the kick was about 6 yards short of even making the goal,
man. And then Raheem Morris, in hindsight, it seemed
he didn't.
You can see you have 8. Like hard for me. It's hard for me to fathom. Dude, you know what your kicker is capable of. He's not great after 50.
He didn't have enough ass, is what Patrick. He didn't have enough ass.
You have a rookie quarterback in. All you need is a completion of about 7 or 8 yards, and that kick goes in.
Yes. Patrick, how about right now there's one playoff spot available in the NFC, and there's one playoff spot available in the AFC. How about the Dolphins and the Bengals are still in the hunt, right?
Do they need help or they just need to win?
Yeah. I think Denver is winning you're in, but the Dolphins and the Bengals still have a chance. If Denver it's crazy. And then what about the NFC? The Bucks and the Falcons, one of those teams has got to win their division, and they get a bye because they'd be a division winner, even though they can barely get in the playoffs. They'd get a bye.
Right? How about that? Well, you know who's having a great year?
Who's that?
We're not talking about Baker Mayfield.
He really what wow. How about that guy?
And I think we probably got quiet on him because he lost, Mike Evans for 3 games, and then the other receiver Godwin got.
Hey, Baker's he's giving double barrels, if you know what I mean. Double barrels he's giving to everybody. I can't do it. I don't want to do it, but you know what I mean. He's giving.
I usually just do like this.
Yeah, he's giving double barrels.
I go. You know what this means?
Yes. What about what about Joe Burrow and the Bengals? They were cast off as dead.
Oh yeah, didn't they start 0-4?
He's had a great year, Joe Burrow.
He's leading the league in touchdowns.
Wow.
Touchdown passes. Yeah.
He is leading. Wow.
Lamar is having a fantastic year. But if you look at record, you got to go Josh Allen. Like he's been a sure thing of making it into the playoffs. He's been the best with the prediction that they weren't going to be as good for all the parts that they lost.
Yeah.
But maybe who's your pick for coach of the year?
Goodness gracious.
I gotta say, for me, and I'll just give you mine, Kevin O'Connell.
Easy argument. You can make an easy argument for
Kevin O'Connell, coach of the year, and comeback player of the year, Sam Darnold.
Hey, speaking of coaches,
or most improved, whatever.
Speaking of coaches, you're hearing some of the wash, rinse, and repeat. Rex Ryan, Ron Rivera, some of these guys.
What in the world?
Don't you hate the way the NFL just recycles? Their names are popping up, not in Jacksonville, but their names are popping up for some of the openings. The same old, same old. That's what I hate about the NFL.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Get some new blood in there, for God's sake. Rex Ryan.
I know, right?
Who the hell cares if he's your head?
I like Rex. I like him on TV. I like Rex on TV. He needs to stay there.
You see all the weight he lost?
Yeah. He's so good, like, you know, the sneaky himbo and all that stuff. He gets it like every time. Name the last quarterback, Terry, that went for over 5,000 yards and less than 10 interceptions.
Wow, that's great. Did it happen this year?
No.
Okay, the last one.
And I'll tell you, and I'll give you a hint. They are.
Was he still playing?
They're retired.
Okay. Dan Marino.
No.
Brett Favre didn't throw.
You know, the last guy to do it. It's not. Don't go. It's not old past history. It's history, but it's not past history. You know.
And he's not playing right now.
Not playing.
Brett Favre.
No.
Wow, this is a good question. Why did
you
this?
Think Brett Favre didn't have 10 interceptions?
Yeah, he's a swashbuckler. He
every season he played.
He took chances, didn't he? Hey, why is this question relevant? Did you see it last night or what?
I saw it this morning. It was one of those questions that you know, the sneaky himbo that they do on Get Up.
Oh yeah. I missed what you said that earlier.
It was
that's a good one.
Manning.
Who?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning with that wobbly pass of his.
He went not his last. It wasn't his last season. It was I think the season where he threw for 50 touchdowns.
How about that? 5,000 yards, meaning the ball's in the air a lot, and he only got picked off less than 10.
8 times.
Holy, against the NFL defensive back.
Yeah, he's right under 5,500 yards. Yeah.
Wow.
In his like later years of his career, you know, and I gotta say, man, like Aaron Rodgers, it's over, bro. Like I was kind of like hanging on to like, all right, no, like it's just nah, bro. It's time.
I mean, I love Aaron Rodgers. What he did, he is a Hall of Famer. Was one of the greats to play, one of the 25, 30 greatest quarterbacks. I'm tired. He's a weirdo. I'm tired of him. Go away. He just needs to go away for a while.
He's weird.
And come back in 2. We need a rest from Aaron Rodgers. Is that right?
I think so. I agree.
Yeah.
I could not agree more.
He's a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, isn't he?
And, you know, apparently, you know, the whole thing with his family, that's, you know, I think when Jordan Rodgers was on, like he said before this, his family, like they weren't close, but
yeah,
they did still talk. And when Jordan Rodgers went on The Bachelor, they did this whole thing of like the family sitting around the table and there's 2 empty seats and, oh yeah, we just don't talk. And it's like, we just don't talk to Aaron. We just don't. And like, that made it into a whole thing. And of course, like if my family did me like that, I'd be like, F y'all, we ain't talking. If you want to throw it out to everybody that we're not and say, and lie and say we don't talk at all. Well, your wish is granted. Cause I guess that's what you wanted.
Are they, are Jordan and Aaron still estranged? Are they still not?
Still estranged to my knowledge.
Come on, guys, get together, man. Right? Yeah. Come on.
Jordan is awesome. I love Jordan Rodgers. He's a great dude, man.
Yeah.
He is a fun dude to know and to.
You ever pass him around the SEC network?
Yeah. I've passed him once or twice. And just great personality. It was weird. I didn't connect the dots that Jordan Rodgers was.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers were brothers.
Hey, it's funny you said that. It took me, I bet I didn't know that until 3 or 4 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm same with you, Patrick. I never put them together. And then one day I'm watching a show with Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm sorry, with Jordan. And somehow his brother came up. And I went, really? I had no idea they were related. Did you?
No, not until, gosh, maybe my sister. My sister might have been the one that brought it to my attention. Because my sister's into all the pop culture stuff.
You know what I think? And I'm dead serious. You were talking about our show and, you know, New Year, you always want to freshen up and, you know, we always want to make this show better. I've been thinking about things. You've been thinking about things. I think we need a young entertainment reporter to keep us up on what's going on. And somebody like your sister, somebody that knows, we can bring on once a week to say, okay, this guy's dating her, or this guy's.
You want to add some pop culture, some sports pop culture in here?
I think we need that.
Okay.
How old is your sister?
My sister is 37.
Oh, she may be too old. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her I said that. But we need somebody to keep us up on Lil this and Lil that and Wayne this and
Young Joker.
Young Joka. By the way, you saw where he got released again, right? He's done.
He's got to be done. I hope
Missouri scored. Missouri
scored. Like he with his great talent and ability didn't stick around. How about Dante Fowler?
Man,
he stuck around.
How about the career he's having? But the Jaguars, he wasn't good enough for the Jaguars. The guy's got like 11 and a half more. He's got more sacks than either defensive end for the Jaguars. Right? You're talking about the old Gator, right?
Yeah.
And he was here.
He was there. He Super Bowl champ.
He reminds me of Dante Fowler, first-round pick for the Jaguars. The Jaguars cast him off. He turns into a star. He reminds me, Patrick, of is that me or you? No, that's you. He reminds me of the screw-up the Jaguars made with Reggie Nelson. They made
Sarah. Say hi to Terry. It's funny. We were just talking about you, Terry. Sarah,
are you? I hate to say this.
We were saying how important it is to have potentially a sports pop culture.
We need a TMZ reporter.
A TMZ reporter on our show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We mentioned you.
Are you tied in? Do you know Lil this and Lil Wayne and who's dating who and who's breaking up with who? We need that.
I tend to stay abreast of the pop culture news.
She said abreast.
It means you keep up on it, yeah.
She stays abreast.
Well, some abreast will get some viewers. If we have some more abreast on our show, we'll get some more viewers. Patrick said he thinks you're a little bit too old, though. You might not know all the pop culture.
What?
He said you're a little too old. You might not know all the pop culture. Sarah?
Yeah, that's fair, but a little mean. It's a little mean.
I do.
Sarah, I don't know if we can afford you, though. What's your going rate to pop up on the show for 10 minutes a week, 15 minutes a week to keep us?
That'll be $3.99, sir.
What'd she say? $3.99.
Free 99.
Now it's $3.99. Oh, I like that. I tell you what.
Tell us a drama thing. Tell us a
tell us some drama. Some drama.
Culture sports thing. I don't really have one right now.
Hey, wait a minute. I saw something about. How about this wacky Lamar Odom? What's he doing now? That guy's hooked up with.
You saw something recently?
Yes, about him and maybe can I say it? Can I say this? I don't know if I can say this, Patrick. Lamar Odom and can I just say I'm just going to leave it at that.
A trans person.
Is that true, Sarah? Something about that. I don't know. Sarah.
Terry's got this wacky website. He got mad at me because I spied on him one time and I got it, but I don't remember it anymore. It was like
hold on.
NKIB.com, and it had all this wacky sports stuff. It was great.
Hey, Sarah, so Patrick and I, we're down at the arena. We're watching Gator basketball at the arena, and I'm on my phone, and Patrick's sitting to my right, and I'm, on my phone and opening my phone, and the little son of a gun, he goes, I know your password now. He was peeking over my shoulder. He knows my password.
Terry, it was all like one number.
It was one number. Shut up. Now I got to change it.
It was like the number 6, 7 times or something like that.
You know what? You got a big mouth there, Patrick Young. You know that?
I don't remember what number it was.
Sarah, how much trouble was he in? How much trouble was he in, brother?
Terry texts like this.
Yeah, my pointer finger is that's my pointer finger. Hey, Sarah, have you ever heard of the I use the hunt and peck method. The hunt and peck with one finger.
That's not great.
Hey, Sarah, before you take a break.
Oh, hold on, Terry. Hold on. Sarah, I told Terry about Paul.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that?
His name? The Jaguars guy that they didn't honor?
Oh,
Peter. Sorry.
Peter, Paul, John.
Yes. Peter did not get his moment. They kind of exchanged it for someone else who had not dedicated 25 years to the organization. So
what's his name? Peter what? Do you know?
I can't remember his last name right now.
Peter 25.
Sarah's been going to Jaguar games forever, so she knows. She's run into him a few times. Like, he's a very likable guy.
Hey, Sarah, did you go to the game yesterday?
I did, but I'm going to be honest. I sat inside for the first half because it was torrentially downpouring.
I was going to say, did you get wet? I was going to ask you if you got wet.
Did you get wet?
You had to get wet. Getting there, entered the game a little bit of water in the shoe.
Sarah, did you see the banner that was flying by that might not have been the nicest banner on the plane?
I did not. Are people being dramatic again and like divisive with banners again?
No.
What did it say? Bulky
fire bulky or something like that.
It said Shad fire bulky for Duval.
I support that banner.
Yeah, sure.
We spent $240 million on Trevor, but did not invest equally in his line.
Yeah, you got to protect the guy.
You got to protect him.
Hey, they bought a mansion, but they didn't get security. They bought a mansion, but they didn't.
Oh yeah, like all these NBA and NFL players that are getting robbed right now.
They didn't even get a ring camera, but they bought a mansion. No ring camera.
No security. Darnold's out here looking like he's a Pro Bowl quarterback because he has time to think and throw.
Yes.
So if we can get
and he has great receivers and a great tight end.
Receivers and amazing tight ends, and he has like 4 or 5 seconds for each sort of down that he's playing. So he has all kinds of time to make beautiful decisions. And Trevor gets one Mississippi. You're on
One Mississippi.
We got a one Mississippi line is what we got. Yeah. All right, Sarah. We got to trade you in for Brent Beaird, but let me go ahead and as we
Sarah
go.
Sarah is a diehard sports fan, by the way.
Let me rank the Young family from one best to questionable at the bottom. Benita, number 1.
Yes.
Sarah, number 2. Yes. Robert, number 3.
Wrong.
And then dot.
Actually, can I maybe number 3? Decker gets number. I think Decker gets number 3.
Oh yeah, Decker.
Decker gets number 3, and then
you're number 4.
Decker's number 1, I think. Benita's going down to 2. Sarah, I'm sorry, but I bumped you to 3. Robert's 4, and then we all got to vote on Patrick if we're even going to put him in the list or not. We got to vote on Patrick.
How did you get demoted so hard?
I didn't know I was going to honorable mention. I thought I made it.
Sarah, he could be Sarah. He's a lot of work. Why didn't y'all tell me?
It is great for a handyman activity. He does show up in a pinch. He's dependable when you need him. That's
true.
Those are things.
If you need my dad to do something, he will come out and help you.
I like it. Well, Sarah, hey Sarah, why didn't you or Benita call me like 2.5 years ago before we started the show and say, Patrick's a lot of work, Terry. He's a lot of work because he's a lot of work.
Terry, listen to this. This is a secret. Remember my last year at Florida when I had that big old beard?
Yes.
You wouldn't remember this exactly specifically, but I went on Christmas break, and then I came back to Gainesville, and my beard was greatly reduced.
What happened?
What happened, Sarah?
We don't love it. We didn't. It was too big. It was too big.
Yeah.
It was very big. It was very big.
Hey, Patrick, there was one time not long ago you had that beard all going crazy like some farmer or something. I don't know.
Well, this is cool. Sarah is my barber. She cuts my hair every time I need something. She came and cut my hair at like 9 a.m. in the morning the other day. I gave her a little tip for that.
Yeah, you can.
Sarah does not like cash.
No. I still have the money.
What do you pay her in? Cake or what do you pay her in, for God's sake?
Give her Venmo.
Oh, she wants electronic money.
Terry knows how to use Venmo. Clap. Let's give him a slow clap.
I'm a Venmoer. All right, we're way past time. I think Brent Beaird's mad. Brent Beaird's mad at Sarah right now. Brent Beaird gets mad at nobody. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk Brent Beaird. See you later, Sarah. All right, go find out what's TMZing out there in the world of sports. TMZ. Culture, Sarah, the culture person. Take a break. Young and Norvelle coming back after this.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Oh, another gorgeous shot. The sun is going down. Been a nice afternoon after a wet, kind of ugly weekend here in Jacksonville. I guess that's what you can expect this time of year. Welcome back, Terry Norvelle, sitting live at, of course, our Monday home. You know, by now, Icebreaker Bar and Grill, the super sports bar inside Community First Igloo. As we welcome Brent Beaird. Brent, Patrick Young's along. I'm Terry Norvelle. Brent, we got a heck of a Music City Bowl game going on right now.
Yeah.
The Missouri Tigers just picked off a pass near midfield. Iowa leading Missouri 24-21. Pat, I don't know if you're watching it, man. I'm watching here at the sports bar. Been a much funner game and a more offensive game. I thought this was going to be Joe Frazier versus Joe Frazier, if you know what I mean, Brent. Hell of a game here.
Yeah, greetings to both of you. And Happy New Year. Number one, Pat, Terry's password is Sex Panther.
Yes.
We probably ought to know that by now. I don't think that one's real complicated, along with the number one too.
Double X and Sex Panther.
Yes. Look, as long as Brady Cook can play quarterback. Yeah. Even though the Theo Weiss got probably a concussion, and then Luther Burden decided not to play, they've got a chance to win.
And Weiss was having a good game.
Listen,
a good game.
Yeah, Iowa's got 24 points. They don't have 24 points in 2 games.
Now, one of their touchdowns was a kickoff return.
Yes.
So they've got 17 on offense, but terribly entertaining game. Missouri driving right now early in the fourth quarter, trailing 24-21. Brent and Pat, I don't know if we got your audio on right now, but we'll try and pop
you got me.
Oh, there we go. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm going to pick on the ACC for a moment. What a disastrous fall turning into winter. Right now, the ACC in basketball against the SEC, the SEC beat them in the challenge 14-2. The ACC right now is 1-9 in bowl games. Brent, it's been a disaster for the ACC.
It
since
truly
the fall
has.
sports season started.
Yeah, it absolutely has. And by the way, the University of Miami, who thought they had come back and that they were on top of the heap, into the season 1-3, by the way, and much controversy about Cam Ward not playing in the second half.
Well, hey, Pat, I'll let you take a first crack at this. What were you as damning on Cam Ward for missing the second half as most of America? I was not, because at least he played half. A lot of these guys don't play.
Right, they don't play at all. Yeah, they don't play at all. So I just you just know, and everyone should know, they win that game if Cam Ward finishes out in the second half. Offensively, he's just a juggernaut. I cannot wait to see him in the NFL because he's going to have to tighten it up a little bit with how long he holds onto the ball. Yeah. But you talk about a guy that just stays cool, calm, eyes down the field, just a great decision maker. Like, he is, I don't know who you really compare him to. It maybe more a little bit of a current Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson, when he started, he just was ready to run every play. Yeah. And now Lamar, he will play cat and mouse with linebackers of like, I'm going to run, but as soon as you get out of position, zip right to the open guy. Maybe a little bit of Josh Allen tendencies there.
Brent, I'll throw it to you. Cam Ward, would you have respected him more if he did not play at all and told his team that before, or played half and said, Coach, I'm going to sit on the second half. Let's get another guy in to get what are your thoughts on that?
Look, they are in their last 13 bowl games, they're 1-12.
Oh.
1-12. Oh. Look, if you're Mario Cristobal, don't you have to win a game and leave a good taste in the mouth?
I think so. It helps.
Right, Pat? Of your fans?
It helps right now, too, with because I don't think when we had these conversations and the ACC was having their meetings up in Fernandina or Amelia
Island or whatever,
we weren't thinking about the dynamic of how basketball is playing into what happens. Wow. None of us, because we were thinking worst case scenario, what if Clemson and Florida State are the only two teams to make the playoffs? And, you see Clemson did. But and I bring that up because looking at Cristobal in Miami, Jim Larrañaga, he just stepped down. And Terry, another thing to your point on Jim Larrañaga, was Miami not the team leading the charge in the beginning when it came to basketball and football with the precedents they set for how they paid players? Like the Clavinder twins has 3 separate deals for $800,000 each a piece.
That's interesting, man.
Right? Because Terry's point was Jim Larrañaga is upset about how the things have changed, but coaches leave for more money, better opportunity all the time. They might leave before they even get fired.
He left the Final Four George Mason program that he built because professionally and financially, he found a much better offer.
He did.
And then he's bitching about players doing that. I hate to call a 75-year-old veteran man a hypocrite, but I think he's a hypocrite. He can't
do it as fast as the college players can do it. Obviously, you can't change every year, but it's pretty similar to, that's why you got to make the rules in a way where it benefits. It's a win-win. It's a safeguard for coaches and players. But the ACC in general right now, man, at least North Carolina, like in basketball, they've taken on the big team. Like they're not losing. They're not losing games to Drake. They're losing to ranked teams.
I may be wrong here, and it would have to be a hellacious run by North Carolina or Duke. And I know Duke just beat Auburn, but they beat them in Cameron. Yeah. In March Madness, you don't play them in Cameron. No. Okay. Yeah. With that said, I may be wrong here. I don't see anybody in the ACC basketball conference that has a real chance to win the national championship. I don't see anybody.
Duke's your best bet.
Duke, yeah.
It is.
Duke's it.
Yeah, it is. There are several best bets in the SEC, though.
Oh, my God.
That's kind of where I was going.
Yeah.
I could see 4 to 5 teams getting hot and getting the right bracket and winning.
Yes.
Man, Mark Wise believes 12 teams. As of now, 12 teams would be in. As of now.
Out of 16. Unbelievable.
At 12 teams out of the 16, out of the 12 SEC teams out of the 64,
Unbelievable. Guys, let's switch it here. Brent Beaird, Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle here on a Monday, having a really fun show. A lot of stuff that's happened over the weekend and is going to happen. We can't wait for the Gator Bowl game coming up on Thursday. Enjoyed a visit with Greg McGarity earlier. Guys, Deion Sanders, my thought on A, I like Deion. B, obviously Deion Sanders knows football. He's a Hall of Fame. He knows football. My thought on Deion is he's got to decide now, because the situation where your son is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the country and your godson, Travis Hunter, is one of the great athletes in the country, that doesn't happen very often.
No.
That's over, right?
Yeah.
Deion Sanders, to me, and I like Deion. I think he knows a ton of football. He's Deion Sanders, for God's sake. Brent, I'll throw it to you. Deion, in my opinion, has got to figure out, does he want to be A, a head football coach?
Yes.
Or B, a circus ringmaster? Because he's been a ringmaster. He just seems to be interested in the press conference and the media. What does he want to be? Because I think he did his own son a disservice. He spent 4 years coaching his son, and he got his son killed. I looked up the numbers.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders, between 2 years at Jackson State and 2 years at Colorado, was sacked 152 times. Deion never tried to build an offensive line. All he wanted his son to do was play 7-on-7, throw the football. What does Deion want to be, a head coach or a ringmaster? I don't know.
Yeah. And by the way, Missouri just tied the Music City Bowl, 24.
Perfect kick.
What a good game.
The receiver dropped a pass right on him. That's why they had to kick the field goal.
Well, and that's when the Theo Weiss went out. That really hurt them. But to Terry's point, isn't this a crucial coming up year for Deion? Because guys, at some point you're going now. Here's a caveat in this: does some desperate AD come to him and offer him a pile of money, knowing that they can bring him in, and he's going to bring in television ratings, and he's going to bring in a lot of media pumping up your program? So I frankly, with his son, with Hunter gone, I think the next 2 years for Deion are going to be crucial.
And Patrick, he does have a 5-star quarterback signed.
He does.
Colorado. But, I mean, we all know 5-star quarterbacks generally just don't hit the ground running.
No.
What if this guy takes a year or two to develop?
I think he brought in the transfer as well, a transfer quarterback. And they're both. He's gonna, they got to compete. They're gonna have to compete.
When he got to Colorado, his son Shedeur, even though it was a lower level, his son had a bunch of college experience under his belt when he got to Colorado. Right. Is Deion going to drop anchor in Boulder, Colorado, and possibly wait out developing another quarterback for a couple of years, which means you may win 3 or 4 games.
And let's be real too. Colorado only played Kansas State was ranked, and
they beat
Kansas was not ranked. They beat the brakes out of Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
but there were just a few teams. They didn't play. They got lucky with the amount of teams that were on there, and they had no control over this. The schedule that was made, it was a lot easier. Can you imagine them having a much tougher schedule this upcoming season with unproven, unknown, unexperienced quarterbacks, and no star on the opposite end like Travis Hunter?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And would Deion sit through that?
Yeah,
a 3-9, a 4-8 year. And I hate to say this, but I want to get it on record. I think. And I'm not saying Deion's a liar, okay? I like Deion Sanders. I watched him. I loved watching him. Great, one of the best athletes I've ever seen. Pure athlete. I think you guys would all agree with that. I could see Deion and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it, guys. I could see Deion using the health card to get out. We know he's had some issues with his feet. So I could see Deion thinking to himself, I don't want to. My kids are gone. We're not going to be this good. I don't have a potential first-round quarterback, his son. I don't have a potential top 5 player.
Deion loves the spotlight, man. It's just,
I could see Deion in a press conference in about 6 weeks saying, you know what, this wasn't the plan, but I'm having health issues. I'm stepping down. I could see that.
Well, look, the other issue here is he's not going to be patient enough to build that program the way he needs to, and that will be with a lot of high school seniors.
That's kind of my point.
And I can tell you another thing. There are some people think he's going to Florida State at some point.
Oh.
I can tell you right now, Florida State doesn't want him.
That would be a disaster unless he changes and wants to become a head coach.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. As a hater, I would secretly kind of cheer for Florida State if Deion got the job.
I got
secretly, obviously never against Florida. But
I don't know if he went to FSU unless he committed to being a head coach, not a ringmaster.
Yeah,
I think that would be a disaster for FSU.
Right. Well, but and I know he would, as Pat said, he loves the limelight. He would get a lot of attention, but the reality is that athletic administration really does not want him. Look, the thing with Deion is, guys, it's a risk reward thing.
Yeah,
it's what you get out of him worth the issues that are going to come up.
Yeah,
even innocently, one way or another.
Deion's got a little bit, and we're going to take a break, and I'm going to throw 3 topics I want you guys to talk about on the other side. But as we go to break, Deion's circus is a little bit like the Tebow circus.
Yeah.
If you bring that circus to town, there's a lot of ancillary stuff that comes with it. There's a nice performance under the big top.
Isn't it so crazy with Tebow? Like, it was all created by the media. Like, he wasn't like causing issues. It just was like all that with Tebow was just created.
Yeah.
It was like, this dude's been leading men since he's been, 16, 17 years old. He'll be fine in the NFL as far as Tebow knew how to handle himself with the team. Exact opposite here with Deion.
Be a lot of circus media around if you bring him in. You better be ready for that. All right, guys, we break. Really good game going on in the Music City Bowl. We'll keep on that. 3 topics I want to hit on the other side, guys, to prepare you. Texas A&M let one get away.
Yep.
What about the Vanderbilt football season and the momentum they have? And as we discussed Friday, something was going to happen in the quarterback room at Georgia and Texas. One domino has fallen in the quarterback room in Athens. Carson Beck is out. We'll discuss those 3 topics with those guys, Patrick Young, Brent Beaird, and you when we come back. The Young and Norvelle Show on a beautiful afternoon overlooking downtown Jacksonville. It is the Young and Norvelle Show on a Monday, live from Icebreakers Bar and Grill.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Stop there by Missouri on 3rd and 2. Quarterback keeper. Missouri stuffs the run by the Iowa quarterback. So Iowa looks like they will punt in a 24-all tie game. Right about 8 minutes left in the ballgame. 24-all Iowa, Missouri in a very entertaining Music City Bowl. Welcome you back. Brent Beard's here. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle. I'm set up here at our Monday home. We enjoy coming out here to this huge sports bar with a massive TV, a bunch of TVs, and a massive one here. We are at Icebreakers Bar and Grill. Guys, we teased a little bit going to the break. Number one, boy, Texas A&M let one get away. Texas A&M at one point up 24-14 on USC, and they couldn't close it out. That's kind of the story of Texas A&M's season. Brent, not a good way to – and I know it's year one for Elko, but that was one that got away from A&M.
Yeah, it was, and it was just the typical A&M season. It really was, which is 8-4, and look, to your point, I mean they were up 24-7.
Yeah, at one point.
At one point, did you guys read anything about what Mike Elko said? No. He said. What gives them the most optimism next season? That I won't have to watch this defense play like this ever again.
Patrick Young, how about that?
I mean,
dang, bro.
Talk. Hey, here's another one. I have a apprehension when the other team drops back to throw the ball. Starting against Florida, we got lucky. Starting against Missouri, we got lucky.
Wow.
LSU threw for 400 yards on us.
How does he keep his defensive coordinator then? Patrick, how does he not fire his DC? Hey, how about as bad a year as USC had?
Yeah.
Here's two feathers in their cap.
Right.
Do you realize USC, Lincoln Riley, terrible season by their standards. They opened with an SEC win over LSU, and they closed with an SEC win, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
How odd is that?
Very odd.
Come on, SEC. Be better than that. Be better than that. Patrick Young, did you ever think you would see a Vanderbilt football team coming off a bowl win? They have momentum. Their stadium just got renovated. They're going to unveil a $300 million renovation. Brent and I have been around. We saw some decent Vanderbilt teams in the 80s. They threw a team or two out there. And then who's the NFL quarterback that had some success recently at Vandy? Kind of a weird guy. You guys know. He's first-round pick.
Yeah.
Help me. You know what I'm talking about. Florida beat him in overtime in Gainesville and shouldn't have won. Oh, I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
You're killing me right now.
But
I can't bring it up right now either.
Yeah.
Have you guys, Patrick, have you ever seen this much momentum around Vanderbilt?
Oh, no, absolutely not. It's exciting, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of years for me, I could do more digging, but they haven't been a organization where it's really doing a lot of digging. It makes me kind of want to really follow this team and think about what next year. Like there's never that I can remember hype around Vanderbilt basketball coming for the next season or the possibility of Vanderbilt football.
Jay Cutler.
Yeah,
huh?
Jay Cutler. Cutler was the
That's
guy.
what Cutler? Yeah. Oh gosh.
I mean, they were pretty good during the Cutler years.
Got you.
Brent, Vanderbilt football right now, they've got a little moxie about them.
They
got a little attitude.
They do.
And they think they can beat you.
Look, this first winning season.
Jay Cutler. Wow.
Yeah, and get this now. First winning season for Vanderbilt since 2013.
Since 2013?
Yes.
How about that? Guys.
How about that?
Love Diego. He's coming back.
He's funny. Brent, we talked.
It's good for football. It's good.
We talked about the Texas and the Georgia quarterback rooms. Something fell. Carson Beck's gone. And we knew Beck and Stockton couldn't come back. Beck did surprise me. He's going to the NFL. I thought he needed to go play more college football and show he's healthy.
Tell me, how does that help you against the or with the NFL scouts? Number one, when are you going to be healthy? Probably not during the combines.
Right.
So when are you going to be able to justify being able to go to the NFL and show anybody what you can do? They've got tape.
Do you think the Carson Beck camp might have weighed the possibilities of saying, wait a minute, if we go back to college, we're going to have to go somewhere other than Georgia. It looks like we got beat out by a guy that barely played. Let's just take our chances in the draft. Maybe that's what his people said. Let's just take our chances in the draft.
Yeah.
Instead of transferring somewhere and everybody's going to whisper all next year. Well, Beck, he got beat out by Gunnar Stockton. It's a weird situation.
What's Jaden Rashada, man? Like, what is?
And is Jaden Rashada number 2 right now on the depth chart? If Gunnar Stockton gets his helmet knocked off,
Wednesday I think so.
night, does Jaden Rashada run in and take a snap?
Well, that tells you something about how far he's fallen. Wow. I mean, he really is not even in anybody's thought process with this. And I'll say this about Stockton, that these players love Stockton.
You can feel that.
I mean, he drives an old car. He loves to hunt. He may be a better runner than Beck. Some people think he's got a stronger arm. I mean, he may do very well, but look, it's on Kirby because Kirby never played him.
Yeah, and he never played him, and
he made a real mistake.
Oh, Jaden redshirted. Gotcha. Because I was wondering how it still says he's a freshman because I know, we know that he was.
But it wouldn't surprise you. You can play now and not lose your
record. Oh, really? Yeah.
I think he's the number 2 quarterback right now, isn't he?
Colin Drake.
I'd put Jaden Rashada ahead of Colin Drake.
Okay.
I don't know who Colin.
Me neither, but Colin Drake is a junior. That's the only reason I said his name.
I think the same thing is going to happen at Texas with their quarterback room. I'm not so sure Ewers doesn't not necessarily want to go to the draft, but the last thing he wants to do is get beat out by Arch Manning and then go into the draft, having been beat out in college. I think Ewers is definitely gone now.
I mean, he could come. I think Texas can win a national championship playing a 2-quarterback system with these guys.
You think?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
if he were to come back, it's a possibility that I don't know. There's a lot of question marks there, Terry.
Yeah. What a nice day of college football tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a sneaky, really nice game. You've got high noon tomorrow, Alabama, Michigan. You've got Louisville, Washington at 2. South Carolina, Illinois is a 3:00 game tomorrow. I think that game is going to be a lot like this Missouri game we're watching with Iowa. I think it's a couple of Joe Frazier's. Baylor, LSU, and then the nightcap, of course, is quarterfinal number 1, Penn State, Boise State. Brent Beaird, that's a sneaky nice day tomorrow at New Year's Eve.
It is. Boy, another one right down the middle. 27-24, Mizzou. How about that?
How about Missouri taking the lead? This has been a really good game.
Yeah, it
that was
really
a long
is.
field goal.
Yeah.
I don't know how far was that? Did y'all see it?
It looked to me like it was at least 49, if not 55.
Riley Patterson could have made it. Hey, look, Terry, you got a young lady waving.
It would have been who?
Turn around, Terry.
What?
Turn around.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, open skate here, guys. It's open skate.
Listen, she smelled that. She smelled that Sex Panther.
Oh, she smelled it through the glass.
There she is, one of our fans, Patrick Young, right there.
Oh, it is? Nah, that's cool.
What? Yeah, I can get Patrick's autograph for you. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'll get him a picture.
Patrick, she smelled that Sex Panther.
Sex Panther.
And that's exactly what was going on with that.
I got a gallon of that for Christmas. That's what I asked for. I wanted a gallon of Sex Panther.
Yeah.
I just bathe in the stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. But look, to your point, they're big games tomorrow.
Yeah.
And those 3 teams, they need to finish the season out. I don't know if you guys have seen the Michigan depth chart, but about half their starters are out.
Is that right?
And this may be Jalen Milroe's last game in Alabama. I think that really needs to happen.
I agree with you there, Brent.
You mean that in the way of transferring?
Yeah.
He could.
Or leaving early.
He's got a year. But Pat, here's what's going to happen with Milroe. Milroe will go to the combines, and he'll run fast and jump high, and he'll interview well. And they'll think he'll be another Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, and I'm with Brent. Sometime it's just time.
Yes,
I think Milroe has been at Alabama long enough, and he's a good player. He may have a long NFL career. I mean, we all wrote off Jalen Hurts when he lost his job to Tua. Right, Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying he's going to be Jalen Hurts, but Milroe in Alabama. Sometime you just need the divorce.
Yeah.
Brent, don't you think you need fresh blood both ways?
Look, here's the reality for this. Tomorrow will be Jalen Milroe's, I think it's his 27th start. And the reality of that is you have no idea what Jalen Milroe you will get in his 27th start. Will it be bad Jalen or good Jalen?
And you should have a better idea. Yeah. You should have a better idea of a guy with 27 Power 5 starts under his belt. You should know your ceiling and your floor. You never know your floor with Milroe, do you?
No.
You just never know. You just never know.
Louis Riddick interviewing for the GM job for the Jets.
For the Jets, yeah. Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan interviewing for head coaching job there as well.
Interviews and Ron Rivera. The sad thing about the Jaguars is these are all recast guys. You know, the NFL loves to recycle guys.
They do.
But unfortunately, the Jaguars, where their franchise rates, they've got to wait on the dregs of the recycled guys. They don't get the recycled guys first go around, right? There'll be 5 or 6 recycled guys that interview, and then a couple guys will interview with the Jaguars. Yeah, they don't get to pick the top of the recycled How about that? You don't get to pick the top of the recycle heap if you're the Jaguars.
Or it's the fashionable hot coordinator.
Yeah. What you guys make of that? Did that game help or hurt the Jaguars organization winning that game?
Hurt.
Brent, your thoughts? I mean, they're now not going to get the first pick. That's out.
Yeah. They're so bad. I'm not sure it matters. But if it means they get the second pick, where they'd have some value, as opposed to like the 6th or 7th pick, which you might as well trade and get 2 or 3 players for.
I tell you, if I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars right now and I'm doing a wish list, number one, they're not going to get the first pick. I think they needed the first pick this year to get multiple players. I think that was not to use the first pick, to get it to use players, to get players. Guys, I think that's out the window. The second thing I would wish for now, and this could happen, the last thing the Jaguars want to do is them not get the number 1 pick, but the Titans sneak in there.
Yeah.
What you don't want your division opponent getting the first pick, and they could probably parlay that into 2 or 3 starters, including whoever they make a deal with, they get their pick. You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is see the Titans get the first pick, go get an offensive lineman, go get a defensive back with New England or whoever, and they get New England's 3rd pick, and they may still get Travis Hunter. Yeah. That's the last thing the Jaguars want.
Hey, look, it's the 4th young on the totem pole.
Yes. Where? Oh, yeah, there he is.
Or whatever number you put him at.
So we've had
I'm your dad.
Hey, we've had the entire young family except Bonita. Where's Bonita?
she's running errands.
She's running. Hey, Robert, how you doing? There's Robert. He's about hey, Patrick, he's about tired of us. He's about ready for us to get off the air is what he's about ready for.
He just got home. He just got here.
Were you teaching golf? Doing some golf lessons?
A little bit. I had met an old friend. His birthday was there. My birthday was the other day, 28th.
Nice.
Hopefully my dad's memory doesn't start going, but one place he'll never forget how to drive to is Brentwood Golf Course.
It's the golf course.
Never.
Hey, one of my New Year's resolutions, I'm going to start playing golf again this year. I'm going to do it. I haven't played a round of golf on a golf course in 20 years.
Wow.
20 years. But look here. See that grip, Robert? Look at that grip.
You don't need to interlock. You don't need
interlocking, baby. Interlocking.
You don't need to interlock. That'll work. The pros don't interlock, Terry.
I'm not a pro.
There you go.
Look at there. Look at there. Huh?
There you go. That'll work.
Hey, bring your wallet to the course if you can play with me. Bring your wallet.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Bring your wallet. Robert, who's going to win the
What else is on your resolution list here, Terry?
I'm just starting to put it together. Here. I'm thinking about doing dry January again. I didn't have a drop of alcohol January last year.
You sure did.
I think I'm going to do that again. What do you think?
They call it raw dogging.
Is that what they call it?
When you go into the year, no alcohol, no smoking, no what was the other one? No drugs, no caffeine, no nothing. Just take a life on. Just go for it. Have nothing, no caffeine either, Terry.
Patrick, you got any resolutions? Tomorrow is the last day to think about it.
No, it's not. It's never the last day.
31st. Yeah. Tomorrow's the last day to think about it.
I made this. This word just kept coming to my mind. The word pursue, or pursuit, and it's motivated me to just pursue things that are of higher value to your life constantly. Like just always trying to stay present. Like, all right, put yourself in the time machine. Am I going to regret this decision or am I not? Kind of thing, and just being, want to
quit being an adult.
Pursue health.
Hey, quit being an adult, Patrick.
Right.
God.
But no, I listened to this podcast the other day, and I don't remember if I shared this with you. I know Brent hasn't heard it, but this guy, he wrote a book called "The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F." Mark Manson sold like 20 million copies. Yeah, great book. It's but anyways, he writes his book. He goes on to speak in conferences and other things, and he remembers one conference in his like 20s. This group of people 40 and older. He said, "What's one thing that you wish you could tell yourself when you were 20 years old, 30 years old?" And they said, "I would have told myself not to wait to take care of my health." That would have. Yeah. He said 98% of the people in the room said that, and he still went on and like, because he went down a bad path of drugs and alcohol and just nonsense. But I was like, we can't. What are we waiting for? What excuses in the way of us being healthy?
One of mine, looking back, would be don't speak so quickly.
Yeah.
When I was young, boy, you just want to jump and pounce and talk and
be a better listener.
Say stuff. Just sometime think and listen. That might be one. Brent, you got any resolutions?
Yeah, how about you, Brent?
I'll give you another one. I gave my girlfriend, who actually does exist, by the way. I gave my girlfriend.
She's very pretty. You showed us a picture.
Yeah, it's coming. Okay, that there's, and I may be off a little bit on the title, but there's a book called How to End the Relentless Pursuit of Hurry.
Nice.
Have you heard
of hurry, right?
Yeah, Hurry.
Yes. I haven't read the book, but there's a podcast on it. It's awesome.
Yes.
All right. The floor is yours.
Yeah. And basically, it the gist of it is we're in such a hurry. And look, I can get into this. I can get my list of things I want to do during the day, and start crossing those off, and end up doing that the whole day long. So I'm not saying it's just stop and smell the roses necessarily as much as it's when we get in a hurry, there are lots of stuff we just don't do, and we don't do it well. So Terry, I figured y'all may have heard of it.
Yeah, said.
One thing that I really do remember about it, because I listened to the podcast, is 10. I'll send it to you, Brent. You'll really like it. 10 episodes, and there's a faith-based aspect to it, and he talks about how Jesus, it seemed as though, never had more than one plan of his day. Like, I'm going from A to B, and left his life open for quote unquote interruptions.
Right.
Get stopped here for this debate because Jesus was homeless. That's a different story. But it's like, dang, how many times do we wake up?
We got a million things.
This list of all this stuff we need to do.
Things. Yeah.
And don't just like enjoy our drive with our kids or whatever.
Or let life take us.
Let life take us. Yeah.
Just let life take us today.
But when you got a family and all that and a dog, you got
to. Yeah, I get it. Hey, Brent, there's a chance we won't visit tomorrow, and obviously, great slate of college games tomorrow, starting at noon. We'll be on the air tomorrow with a bunch of games going on. The first quarterfinal game is tomorrow night. Penn State, Boise State, right?
Yes.
Yes. Give us, Brent, 2 minutes. We got. Give us your overview. What do you think might happen tomorrow? Penn State, Boise State, quarterfinal number one.
I'm just wondering, and Pat can help us with this. Now, this is the big stage. Only game played tomorrow night. Boise State's never been in this situation. Now, Genty may be one of these guys, the running back, who, regardless of how big the game is, it doesn't matter. But my question to you guys on this is, will the moment be too big for Boise? Because, look, Terry, I know you and I don't think James Franklin's a great football coach, meaning stretch imagination. But do they have enough experience now to where they could –
I don't think Boise's going to stand a chance, man.
Because
I'm just the level of competition that Boise State went was not the SEC or the Big Ten. Like,
and to piggyback
Jensen's not going to be. He'll have some. He'll run for 100, I believe, but he's not going to just break a million tackles like he does.
But to piggyback on what Brent's saying, what happens if the two teams run to the halftime locker room and Genty's got 51 yards instead of 135 yards? You know, I mean, he's had 135 yards at halftime. I'm being facetious.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
What happens if he's got 52 yards at halftime? Does the rest of the offense have enough to cover him if Penn State takes him out of the game?
Now Penn State with Abdul Carter is one of the better defenses anywhere. So I think that's
that kid Abdul Carter. He's Micah Parsons.
He is, and
2.0, man.
Really is.
Lamar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Abdul Carter. All right, guys, that'll just about wrap it up. Been a fun one. We covered a lot of stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I know we enjoyed bringing it to you. Tomorrow we'll go live from the Mandarin area. We will be at Hurricane, Jointon Creek, our Tuesday home. I may get out there early, get set up, and watch ball. Noon, they kick off, Alabama, Michigan. A good day of college football, and, of course, we'll chase the day with the night game tomorrow, the first quarterfinal game, Penn State and Boise. We'll talk about that and a bunch more tomorrow on the Young and Norvelle Show. For Patrick, for Brent, I'm Terry Norvelle. Have a great rest of your Monday. Enjoy the football as still 27-24, Missouri holding on over Iowa. Have a great day, everybody.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.